technology. Same Microsoft solutions that they sell in the US that we're using here, right? Or is it any different? No, right? And insurance we have here in Nigeria. What is insurance? It's just the capacity to underwrite risk. And we have over 50-something, close to 60 insurers locally here. But the question is, why is penetration still low at 0.3% or 0.5%? So I work for AIICO Insurance. I lead the digital and innovation function. And my mandate now is to build the digital business for AIICO. And the only way we see that we can achieve that is via collaboration, like Wale mentioned, partnerships. And I'm happy that last year we were focusing more about competition, that we no longer competition, we need to cooperate with other partners to improve the insurance penetration, is to identify industry verticals that already have huge market, customer base, and engage with them, identify risks that are embedded in their operations, and have an engagement. How can we as an insurer underwrite that risk for you? Because that's what we do best. We've got our capital, and that capital is meant to cover risk, and that's what we do best. So what risk exists in your own business? So take, for example, in the airline industry. People want to travel, just fly from Lagos to Abuja, but there are a lot of risk in that transaction, that customer experience. Engaging with the airlines to identify what the risks are and saying to them, please transfer that risk to us as an insurer. And you'll be surprised by the level of transactions that you can generate from those transactions as people travel on a daily basis. Today, we've been able to partner, like I mentioned, with about 5-6 airlines. And as people buy their tickets to travel from Lagos to Abuja to Kaduna, just name it, they have the option to just inch a little bit of insurance to cover them for missing baggage, cancellation, delayed flights. Just mentioned we have that agreement with the airlines. And for any of those risks, the insurer will pay, AIICO will pay. And you'll be surprised, we sell more than, 3,000, close to 5,000 policies daily. If we estimate that could get to up to 1 million policy that will sell in a year. AIICO is 60 years this year. We've not sold that amount of policy in our 60 years of existence. But in 2 years, we'll be selling more than 1 million policy because insurance has actually met technology. So for me, I think that's the way to go. There must be a bridge between tech and insurance, and I think that's the reason why we're here. Thank you.
So, Sonjo, I reserve this question for you because you are the traditional insurer who had just co-opted or start collaborating with an insurtech. So you see the possibility of the innovation from your collaborator, and as a traditional insurance that have been cooked by the way the industry is traditionally regulated, do you think the regulator is doing enough to untangle the bottlenecks stopping innovation? And let me speak here for NICOM. I think that NICOM, I'm speaking now because I know that they are in the room, so I will be very, very kind. I know that NICOM is trying to ensure that they protect the insured, the policy holders, right? But in the face of being careful, is that holding back the posturing of innovation and disruption that we're all looking for?
All right, thank you for the question. I'll start by saying I think NICOM is doing enough, but it can be better in terms of the regulations and innovations they're trying to bring into the industry. To give it to NICOM, there's a platform that they've developed called NICOM Portal. That portal helps the entire industry to be able to monitor the insurance policy available across all organizations in the industry. That way you have the uniqueness, just the same way you have your BVN for the banking industry. We're trying to replicate something similar to that in the industry. So I would say NICOM, yes, it is on the path, but there's still a number of regulations and innovation that can be brought to bear. One of the ways I think we can do better is around the issue of access that Wallace talked about. For example, for us to be able to innovate better as practitioners, industry operators, we need to have access to data that will help us onboard customers easier. I mean, that's one of the major challenges that we have as underwriters. Today, before you can underwrite a product, there are minimum requirements that you need to take, right? But those data are already available for the banking sector. So why can't we have access to such data such that via API I can connect to collect the minimum data I need, and that way I offer the customer just the policy, I collect payment, and in 2-3 minutes I can sell policy fast enough. But today, because there are restrictions to access to those kind of data you have, for example, your BVN data, NIN data, you still need to ask the customer to provide so much information before you can provide simple insurance product to them. So those are additional ways we believe that the regulator can work with industry operators to be able to fast track the uptake of insurance in the insurance sector. And I'm sure over time we will break this bottleneck and we'll be able to do this much more better.
It's coming from the digital platforms when compared with the traditional platforms. Because when we cast our minds back to some of these pay TV platforms, I remember the days viewers used to queue just to renew subscription. They used to queue in their offices. But these days, just with your phone, with the appropriate apps, you can easily subscribe to pay TV channels and renew your subscription. But when compared to insurance, the rate of adoption is abysmally low in insurance when compared to other industries when we talk of technology.
All right, thank
That's
you so
why
much.
I was to a large extent surprised when he painted that rosy picture. I think we should rather address the challenges that are leading to this low adoption by insurance consumers. Those challenges are there.
All right, thank you, Mr. Mamedu. Do you want to take the question now?
Yeah, thank you very much.
The rules and the challenges.
Yeah, I just need to address, yes. So, I mean, I won't go into the numbers you're asking for, but in terms of the penetration and in terms of the count of number of policies, what I said is actually accurate and valid. We can discuss this after now. So, I mean, the point is, you need to, for this industry to grow, you need to adopt an embedded insurance model, right? Look for opportunities or places where you have business entities that have large customer base, identify the risk inherent in the operations, and partner with them as an underwriter to cover those risks for them. Then you embed the insurance product into their product. We've done this in the airline industry. As I speak today, we've partnered with about 5-6 airlines. And as people are buying their tickets to travel here and there, we'll sell insurance products to them. So that's just one industry. If I can identify other industries like that, then we can solve this problem. I mean, yesterday or 2 days ago, AXA partnered with Airtel. Over 50 million customers, right? You can address health insurance from that angle. So let's look for various opportunities, various industry verticals, identify the risk in there, and let insurtechs, industry operators partner with them to embed insurance product so that we can drive up the volume. And that's what we're talking about. With that, we can get to the numbers we want to reach.
Also, I'm tempted to ask this question, but I want to see it as a topic for 3.0. Technology versus insurance biggest competition, religion. Randolph.
For me, I think is more information and more awareness on the part of our on part of the consumers. Yeah, religion is good, but also to know that anything can happen. And the benefit of insurance is to just have a plan B. Yeah, your plan A could be it won't happen, it's God, that's the religion. But plan B would be what if it happens? Or see it as a way of supporting the next person beside you. Insurance is around, all of us in the room contributing 5 naira each. If something happens to Mr. A, then would give to him today because tomorrow could be my turn. So if you see from that point of view, then maybe make it more easier for people to want to subscribe.